welcome into the Around the Horns podcast. It's your boy Tristan, your main man Mario, and Tuesday Brews Day has a special occasion this week, Mario. It's a birthday Tuesday, and not just any birthday, but the birthday for the hardest working girl at the PIA and Event Center. More on that later, but Mario, great weekend of hockey, a sweep of the Rock Springs Miners. I wasn't going to say it because you said too much about them last week, but nonetheless, a sweep and a great weekend at home. How good did you feel?
Yeah, it was a great weekend of hockey for sure. Tonight, I'm super excited about talking with our guests tonight as well. Not just the birthday girl, but our players. I mean, talk about a sweep. We got a young man from Broomfield, Colorado as well. So I think it's just apropos, and I can't wait to get into it.
It is, and we've got some awesome guests coming up later. But right now in period one, I think maybe for the second time in history, not often you get to see her show up on the pod. So to do so on our birthday, Bulls fans, let's give her a little love. Our period one guest, Kayla Wilhite.
Well, we also have to say this is against her will.
Yeah, no, totally surprised, but we have decked out Brews Day Tuesday for you, Kayla, and obviously fitting for a queen, which you are at the PIA and Event Center. Welcome back to the pod. How have you been? Welcome to the surprise party.
Thanks for having me. I'm very surprised, but glad to be here.
Yeah, excited to be talking to you about what everybody's favorite thing is. That is Bulls Game Day. And none of it happens without the Director of Gameday Ops. That is yourself. Talk about what it is you do behind the scenes, how great the first few game days of the season have been, and maybe what you've got in store for the coming weeks.
Well, I couldn't do it with the help of Carrie Archuleta. It takes a team. And we, deal with tickets. We have our store. So thank you to all of our store workers who handle that during the week. And then also just the intermission games that we do.
Not just the intermission games, the best intermission games in the NCDC, mind you. Intermission entertainment is like a thing unto itself, and you come up with some creative stuff week after week after week, and Bulls fans get a chance to do the craziest stuff on ice. Are you just like doom scrolling TikTok to see ideas for intermission entertainment? How do they show up?
Yeah, Carrie and I actually send videos back and forth to each other. We actually have some of our billet families or just fans in itself that they send me videos and would say like this might be a fun game, so we look into it, and if we think it's going to be good or people would like it, we try to go for it.
Now, Kayla, we got to ask. I mean, we're celebrating your birthday. It's a surprise. We surprised you, or tried to anyway, at the game this weekend. Yeah. So that we're 2 for 2. But how old are you turning right now today?
31.
Wow. Wow. I would have guessed it. You look so young. Now, we talk about those intermission games and just how much fun they are and how much the fans love it. But there's some effort that goes into finding people to participate in that. What is that like, and how can the fans that are watching right now become a participant in the intermission game?
Well, first I look to see if we have any like birthday parties or billets who might have families in town, or just bigger groups to see who would want to interact and go on the ice for intermission games. Start there, and then if not, I just go around and ask people if they would like to participate. But we also have an intermission game form that you can find on our website, or at the games you can scan a QR code and then you can join to participate that way as well.
Now, I think what we do and what you do on game day mends the perfect experience for Bulls fans. And now this whole year is dedicated to just entertaining Bulls fans. We've introduced the Seventh Man. We've got Bulls on Parade coming up again this weekend. We've got awesome intermission games. Everything we do complements each other. And I don't think Mario and I take the chance to say thank you enough for everything you do on the ice to make it seamless. But you never say thank you to us, Kayla. And it's just about time that we get the love we deserve, because the guys are so pumped in the locker room, and then the fans are even more pumped, and I think that's Mario and I to thank. So
it definitely is, and thank you very, very much. Especially putting up with me during texting you during the games on what we're doing, sometimes what we're not doing, because I'm busy and I forget. So thank you.
It's also weird when she says, "Hey, boo, you up?" in the middle of a game. That's the weirdest text I've ever gotten, only from Kayla.
Yeah, that's okay. I get left out of those group chats, apparently, and that's a private text thread that, sorry, coach. Kayla, final question. Going into an awesome weekend of hockey, this is like every planner's dream. You've got back-to-back-to-back-to-back weekends of hockey, which makes it busy for you, but also the energy in the rink the last couple of weeks has been electric. What are you hoping Bulls fans get out of this month of October of just super packed hockey games at the PIA?
Honestly, just enjoy themselves and have fun and keep coming back, because I get a lot of people say that this is their first hockey game ever. They didn't know we had it here in town, and then they get addicted and they become season ticket holders. So that's just the goal, is that they have fun and enjoy themselves and always come back.
Finally, I got to ask, before you came on stage, again, you weren't really thrilled to be joining us. I mean, I'll be very transparent, but you talked about the divorce proceedings. Are you going back to Nelson, or will you just be hanging on that Will Height last name for a little while longer?
It seems like it's a lot more work to go back to your maiden name, so I might just stick with my married name.
Yeah, there's a chance for you, buddy.
We really are like a Maury Povich episode up here. We break you up and then we put you right back together.
Who's the real father, Tristan?
I'm not going there. Bulls fans, awesome guest coming up in period 2 and period 3, but they got a tough act to follow. Give it up for our period 1 guest, Kayla Willi.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Kayla. Can't wait to see you at the PIA this weekend.
Thank you.
Bulls fans, period 2 and period 3, both award winners, but who's who? Stay tuned for the official place, all things Pueblo Bulls Hockey, the Around the Horns podcast. Bulls fans, welcome back to the Around the Horns podcast, period 2 time, and it's a birthday party of sorts. We're having a grand old time here on Brews Day Tuesday, Mario, and my most favorite part of the show is when we get to bring on a first-time guest and make him feel right at home. You think the Bulls fans are up for it here tonight in the packed house?
Let's ask him and see. Bulls fans, you excited for a new player up here? Let's hear it. Ben Taylor, come on. This is a guy who got accolades this week. Let's hear it for him. Come on. All right.
Yeah, you left out some important details there. The reigning player of the week in the NCDC.
I was going to ramp up to it.
That's fine. We've ramped up. And maybe every Bulls fan's favorite player to this point in the season, because you're rocking the 7. Benny Boy, welcome to the pod. How are you, man?
Thanks for having me on. I'm doing great after a great weekend here in Pueblo, and thank you guys.
Yeah, we're excited to talk to you about the weekend you just had at hand. Mario and I very early on said, who are we looking to break out here? And you were right there on the cusp all of last weekend. And then you wasted no time this weekend getting to work. What changed for you? What was really clicking? And how did you feel like you kind of settled into your groove this weekend?
Well, I mean, everyone broke out this weekend, their first game. But I played with Metzi this weekend, and I think me and him matched speeds really well. And, the fans are rowdy here. It's like nothing I've ever experienced before. So I got to first time against Casper to experience that. And then, I got to use it this weekend against Rock Springs. And I think it really helps us at home, helped me at least.
And I got to talk to you during the intermission after that first goal. For those that didn't catch that segment, talk about that, how electric that was for you, and just how special scoring that goal, breaking the seal, and getting those fans as crazy as they were for that one.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. When you score and you see everyone in the stands up and cheering for you, it's rowdy in that rink. It's so loud. You can barely hear yourself talking. So scoring that first goal is a great feeling. And even on the bench, when watching a teammate score and you see the rink go crazy, watching Nick Bailey score his first goal this year, that was electric. And, you can't help but feel happy for the kids when you see them score.
And you got to feel a little bit responsible. You mentioned Friday night, everybody broke out, but you were the first to put some points up in what ended up being a 10-goal rout on Friday. Then Saturday, a little bit more of a defensive game, but still managed to find a way to put 3 up on them. How do you guys kind of manage that parity between a blowout game on Friday night, gets a little bit chippy there, you have to control some things, and then Saturday, you got to be laser focused, because it really came down to every minor detail to come away with that victory. How do you guys kind of regroup after a big win like Friday and stay on track for Saturday?
Right. Well, I think it started in that third period of the Friday game. It could have been really easy for us to just kind of stop playing, go half speed. We were up 7-1. Instead, we kept our foot on the gas, and we put 3 goals on them, 1 third period, 3-0 still. And I think that helps, us continue momentum into Saturday, and it builds our character. And Saturday we just continued. And, they had to come out harder. They came out harder. We knew it. But we locked down defensively and had great goaltending and were able to get a 3-0 win.
And let me ask you this now. Earlier, another one of your teammates came in, and we didn't get any love because you got some accolades today from the league. And I would say that the league probably really leans in on the Around the Horns network and sees what we choose and what we think and what we like, and they just kind of repeat that. So we made sure that the 3 players for this week were also the stars of the week. How cool is that? Like, any love for us? Like,
well, I mean, you guys just know what you're talking about, obviously. I mean, you guys are great, though.
Yeah, we do.
You guys are great, though, for the organization. You keep the fans rowdy. You keep them wanting to come back. My parents came down. They loved it. They had a great time. So you guys are great for what you guys do, and the whole team appreciates it. So thank you guys.
We're great fishermen, too. We really only ever catch compliments, but we keep throwing the line out there week after week. Ben, we got to give you some compliments, too, though. Talking to fans in the arena the entire weekend, they love your game. They are already a big fan of you, but they may not exactly know you. So give the fans what they want to know about you. How did your journey lead you from hockey all the way here to Pueblo, and what's your first couple of weeks in P-Town been like?
Yeah, so I was born in Austin, Texas, originally from Austin, lived there till I was about 9. Then I moved up to Broomfield, Colorado, which is currently where me and my family live, and played youth hockey with the Highland Hills Jaguars up through 16U. And then I went to the Rocky Mountain Rough Riders, played AAA there, and I played with our current goalie, Derek Wood, as well as Will Nolan. Played with them there. And then last year I went up to Ontario and Niagara Falls and played in the Ontario Junior Hockey League in the OJHL. It was a good experience up there, but decided I wanted to come close to home, have some good fans, and play in front of the best crowd in junior hockey. So.
And there's just something addicting about NCDC hockey. When you're going to take the junior experience, take the whole daggone thing with it. And I don't think there's a better division of hockey right now than the NCDC Mountain Division. You see it week after week. You got tired of playing the Warbirds. You got to bring the Miners in here, and you had a great time against them. Now you've got a Utah Outlier team coming in this weekend that has always been a thorn in the side of the Pueblo Bulls. Now, playing with a guy like G, who was here last year, can talk to that. But obviously the locker room is full of returners that know how much this weekend means against the Outliers. What are you guys doing to prepare and make sure your first set against the Outliers is a successful one?
We got to keep hard in practice. We can't fall back, even though we just had a good weekend. It's got to be foot to the pedal, keep going hard. And our returners are all great, and they help us. They let us know what's coming with these teams, what to expect. So it's great from them, but we just got to be prepared. We got to keep winning. Every game's a reset, so we're reset for this Friday, and nothing more but a win.
So let's talk about your teammates for a little while. First of all, let's talk about when you're out there getting bagged, like who's the lightning bolt on the team that's just getting up and down faster than anyone else? Who's the fastest skater?
The fastest? Well, I feel like we're a team full of fast skaters. Obviously, Jimmy Zeisel, everyone knows here, he's a fast skater. Monks is also another fast skater. That line is full of wingers who can move up and down the ice. Metzi, my new line mate, who just came in, he's also a fast guy. I mean, you can go up and down the lineup and just full of fast players on our team. So,
speed demons, if you will, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, it's our identity, and it's how we're going to win games this year. So.
Now, seeing you put up the electric firepower on offense that you're capable of, this next question may be tough, but maybe the most dangerous shooter or the most sure-fired sniper on this year's team?
I might have to go with Jaeger Wood. I play with him on the power play, and he can shoot the puck. I've seen him in practice rip it. He got 2 goals on Friday, and I think he has plenty more coming. He can shoot the puck for sure.
And let's talk about hands. Who's just got that soft, well-moisturized, well-groomed hands that can get the do what they want with the puck?
Brady Brown has some nice hands up at the point. not Brady Brown, but Browner up at the point he can play with the puck well, and he moves well. And he got some goals this weekend. Should have had another on Saturday, but is what it is. But yeah, he's got some good hands.
And then the softest, who if you had to take a run at, who's going down?
The softest on could be me. I go down a lot, but I can't say me.
That would be a first.
I'm
the softest guy on the team, Coach Will Hyde.
I don't know. Maybe Will Nolan, G. Nolan.
That's punching down. Dude is on the IR, and you said, yeah, soft as hell. Fight me right now, Will Nolan.
He can't even lift his arm up. He's like, my clavicle.
That's a good call, actually. He's not coming for you anytime soon. We're going to give you a chance here, Ben. Obviously, big weekend coming up. Packed house here tonight at Brews, but going to be even more electric this Friday and Saturday night. To the Bulls fans watching at home right now and sitting in the stands, what do you have to say to get them pumped up?
We're coming off a great start to the season. I don't see it stopping anytime soon. I can't wait to see all the Bulls fans out at the Pueblo Ice Arena. And, Bulls hockey has 4 points coming this weekend.
Ooh. Seventh man, give it up for number 7-7, our period 2 guest, Ben Taylor. It is electric in here, Mario. I think for period 3, we're going to have to bring in the most electrifying man in Pueblo right now, and you'll have to stay tuned to see who it is on the official place for all things Pueblo Bulls hockey, the Around the Horns podcast. Bulls fans, welcome back to the Around the Horns podcast, period 3 time, and we talked about the most electrifying man in Pueblo, and I think we're riding the high as we talk to the reigning NCDC Defensive Player of the Week. Bulls fans, show him some love. Our period 3 guest, Marcus Jackson. MJ, that greeting is about on par for what we've heard all season at the PIA. Welcome back, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to be back here and just get going again.
Good to have you back on the pod as well. A place you feel like you're at home after a couple of appearances last season now. You're the guy that says, let me get on. We're talking. We are having a great time on the pod, and you're spreading the message with all the Bulls faithful.
You won't leave us alone, Tristan. Are you kidding me? He's like, when am I going to be on? When am I going to be on? Am I next? Am I next? You're here, son. Do this thing.
Yeah, so now you got the accolades, you got the invite, but obviously we couldn't be more excited to have you on, talking about maybe one of your best weekends of hockey with the Pueblo Bulls. What went well for you this weekend? How electric did it feel out there on the ice?
I think first it's just we had coming off a big home opener, so great weekend off that. Bring the energy with all the fans again this last weekend. So personally for me, it's just being around all the guys. Obviously, I can say I feel like I had a good weekend, but without it, just the guys helped me along with it.
I was just going to say, we also wanted to give you a week to cool off, because after last week, what you did during home opener was nothing short of manslaughter. And I feel really, really bad for the Casper Warbirds player who's going to watch himself get knocked out, I think, before every home game we play now, because the highlight plays on the Jumbotron in the corner of the rink. But MJ, obviously you set the tone early. The guys have talked about it all offseason, about how great it is to have some of the returners back. And I think you just made your presence known. Obviously, you got the A on the sweater a couple of weeks ago. Big start to the season for you. What has changed really from year 1 to year 2?
I think over the summer I just put in a lot of work on and off the ice still. When it comes to the lighter, many guys other than me could be wearing that, so it's just an honor to be wearing that, obviously. But I think just putting in the work on and off the ice every day. So,
well, you talked about what's different. Let's talk about what's the same with you coming back and being able to step right in and do those things. But what's different about this team compared to last year? As a returner, you've seen 2 different creatures. What makes this team special compared to last year?
I'd say how close we are just from the beginning. I feel like as a group, just compared to last year, we're just clicked right away. All the guys are great, love each other, no problem. So it's great so far.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of positivity about the locker room. We keep hearing that term of brotherhood. We heard that a lot last year, but even more so to be in week 2 and week 3 of the season and not a single problem out there. Obviously, it bodes well for the returners, and we've got a lot of them coming back, but you guys set the tone. You kind of let everyone know what Pueblo Bulls hockey is all about. So how have you kind of welcomed guys in? How do you feel like your role has changed with really letting some of the new guys know what P-Town's all about?
I think just for me, it's just trying to be a role model for the guys. Just go out of my way to help them, make sure they all feel comfortable with anything they need, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Who have you maybe taken under the wing the most? Who came in as a scared baby deer with the shivering knees, and you said, "Careful, young Padawan. This is what it's like to play in Pueblo."
I'm gonna have to go with my rookie Clay.
Now, where did he learn to skate? Because Clay would skate circles around you. The guy is maybe one of the fastest on the team. Jokes aside, obviously a big-bodied guy that I think a lot of guys are excited about. But on the defensive side, pairings have looked a little different this year. You skated a lot with Noggs last year. He hasn't played yet, which is scary to think about, that this defensive unit could get even better. So what has it been like skating with a couple of different guys on the deep pairings this year?
It's been good so far. I think it's good just to play with everyone the first couple of games, really see what matchups look like, who you play with. I know every year it can change no matter what. So it's been good so far. Get to see what it's like with other guys. So, yeah.
Well, he mentioned Noggs. Let's talk about that for a minute. The two of you have, pound for pound, shown that you guys are some heavy hitters, just throwing haymakers, trying to murder people on the ice. Not really, don't ban me. But if we put you guys together and you had to go toe-to-toe, who's going all 8 rounds on that one? Because you're not going 9.
It's definitely me. Hope he's not watching this. So
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think this is big enough to fit a ring? We could totally pull a special edition boxing match
We
out.
should, yeah. Raise some extra money for charity.
We already did Frozen Fists this offseason at the PIA. We could easily do a Bulls fighting. We'll come up with something.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. What I admire about both of you guys, like you throw your shots, you pound these guys, but when they go down, you like to lift them back up as a gentleman would, and then you wail on them some more. Like, just, what's that all about? Like, you guys don't want to stop. You just want to just annihilate those guys.
I guess the knuckle sandwiches just feel pretty good. I guess they're hungry for more of them, so.
Well, I'm a fan. I love it.
Yeah, you would be a fan of a knuckle sandwich. MJ, let's get back to the ice now. Obviously, a great weekend for you. The offensive production was there, something that we saw glimpses of last year, and then you've really honed in on. But you've got scoring opportunities out the wazoo because I think there's more traffic than we've ever seen in front of the goaltender this year, which makes it really pretty shooting from the blue line for you right now. How do you feel like your game has adapted to the increased speed and maybe some of the spread that your offense has in front of the net this year?
I think it helps not just me, but whole back on it a lot. Just overall this year, we have a lot, I think, more depth as a team. So overall, just a lot more scoring opportunities, chances, and just be creating a lot of offense this year, just overall.
Which is a really sight for sore eyes if you're an opposing team because it's impossible to plan for the top 3 lines of scoring. And we've talked with the coaches who say it just takes a little tweaking, and then that 4th line is going to be as explosive as our first line. So to know that you've got 12 guys deep that are going to be absolutely dangerous, and then 6 defenders that are not going to let up at all, how well do you think you guys are poised for a deep run, dare we say a championship run this year that we've heard so much about?
I can tell you it's going to happen this year. Well, it's going to be a lot better than last year, for sure. And I expect every guy in this team to have a ring on their finger.
That's huge right now, this early in the season. I mean, again, I'll take it. I love it. But let's talk some of the ways we're going to get there. Let's talk about those teammates of yours and their skills. Now, you saw, again, last year, you have a different perspective now. Who is the guy? If you had a person you're like is going to help carry things on their shoulder, who's that guy? Is it you?
I'm going to have to go with Jimmy Monks right now.
Okay.
Explosive. Averaging 2 points a game.
Gets the guys going too, so it's always bouncing off the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw some dance moves in the hallway cam. Not great.
Not bad either. I mean, for what
still
it's
not
worth,
great.
we saw some moves, Monksy. If you need dancing lessons, Mario knows a guy. MJ, we're also
His
going
name's
to give you
Tristan.
the chance here as a guy with a letter on the sweater and a leader in the locker room. Who are you maybe most excited to see them develop over the first couple of weeks? Right now, everyone's kind of feeling their way out, but maybe a hidden gem that maybe hasn't made their presence known yet, but you're liking what you see on the ice from him.
I have to go with Hayden. I know he has one game under his belt, but shutout first game, so I think we have a lot to see coming up from him.
Yeah, and again, we called that too this weekend. So I mean, you're welcome, pal.
That's a heck of a performance from a 17-year-old, first overall pick making his debut in the
Shut out.
Pueblo Bulls jersey. Yeah, shutting out a pretty explosive onslaught, 30-something shots there. But it also leads me to the question of how comfortable do you feel as a defender knowing that doesn't matter if it's Woody, Diener, or Damaso between the pipes, you've got a surefire brick wall back there.
It definitely helps a lot. Makes our jobs a little bit easier sometimes. I mean, of course, us D are still going to sell out, help them out as much as we can, but it's definitely nice knowing that if we mess up, we have another little security back there just in case.
Layer upon layer upon layer.
All right, MJ, we're going to let you get out of here and go hang out with your peeps, but I just want to leave you with this. Mario and I have the most centralized location at the PIA and Event Center every single weekend. We are right between all the sections, and it is never louder than when your name is announced. They hear number 2, Marcus Jackson, and you would have thought Michael Jordan walked in the building. The PIA loves you. The 7th man loves you. So your message back out to your top fans right now. How do you get them pumped up for this weekend?
Just thank you guys all for support, and let's get ready for another 4 points.
Let's go, Bulls fans. Give it up for our Period 3 guest, Marcus Jackson. Mario, I feel a good weekend of hockey coming on. I feel like our plans are made and drawn in sand. Friday night, puck drops at 7:07. Saturday, we're bringing it back. It was so much fun last time. We're throwing down the coolest pregame party in Pueblo. Find us here at Brews Saturday, 5 o'clock. We're hanging out till 6, and then we're parading over with your favorite mascot, Pueblo, to go welcome the Bulls in for their Saturday night game against the Outliers. Buy your tickets now. Family 4 passes. Use the code you find on the Bulls' social media, and then come right back here next Tuesday to hang out with your boy and your main man on the official place for all things Pueblo Bulls hockey, the Around the Horns Network.